the Mukti Bahini did a big part of the job themselves. And I remember some cities of what was called at this time East Pakistan, when Pakistani soldiers, Pakistani from Islamabad, remained in their barracks because they were afraid of Mukti Bahini. Mukti Bahini was strong. They were strong freedom fighters. And you had some, there was a very precise remembrance of cities or villages before the intervention of the Indian Army, before,
yes,
when the Mukti Bahini had the control of the ground. And the Pakistanis were already in a defensive attitude. This is why, by the way, the peace was so, the final push of the Indian was very quick. And the act of rendition of the Pakistanis, they did it easily. They were, as you know, in Dhaka, there was 10 times more Pakistanis than Indians. Pakistanis were more strong. You know, why did they surrender? Why? Yes. They were stronger than the Indians, yes, much stronger. They surrendered because they knew that they had lost. And they knew that they had lost because they knew that they could not prevail on the Mukti Bahini. I knew about the war since March.
Right.
Because there was some news in the West. But it was another time, another world. News were not so strong in the West. You had one TV channel, it was not CNN, you know, so little news. The one who has to be given credit for attracting attention of the whole world about Bangladesh genocide in Bangladesh, was Malraux. Really. When he made this statement on radio, on French radio, it was a thunderstorm. It was a blast. And he deserves really the credit. Before that, we knew, of course I was informed. I was a student, I was politically involved, I was an activist. I knew that something important, tragic, was happening in Bangladesh, but not so well. I knew about, before that, about Biafra in Nigeria. Bangladesh, it was not big news. Malraux transformed it into a big world issue of world importance. Malraux put the finger on the fact that some crimes against humanity were committed here and that all humanity should feel concerned. This was the message of Malraux. Crime against humanity are committed in Jessore, in Khulna, in Shatkhira, in Chittagong, wherever, and that this crime did hurt humanity as itself, not only humanity in Bangladesh. This is the role of André Malraux. I met Mujib several times. He was a wise man, a Democrat, incredibly open-minded, and a new state whose leader was such a man. For me, it was a great adventure. It was a blessing for the world. So I saw the birth of Bangladesh as a blessing for the area, as a blessing for the Muslim world, and as a blessing for the rest of the world. You see Bangladesh as a place of resistance against that. Bangladesh is practicing and pleading for and offering the example of another Islam. Open, moderate, democratic, and it makes true my intuition of this time.